The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglas Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. Love you, appreciate you, praying for you. Praise God for you and for the beautiful opportunity to start the day off on a praise note. Listen, today's song, of course, is by Bishop Noel Jones, Not About Us. We going back in the day, and back in the day, Bishop Noel Jones came out with this song that is really based on Romans chapter 12, verses 1 and 2, where God says, your life ain't about you. It's about what cause you live for that is greater than you. And so the Bible puts it like this. It says that we should be not conformed to this world, but transformed by the renewing of our mind as we present our bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is our reasonable service. Watch this. In a real sense, life ain't about you. It's about the cause you give yourself to that's greater than you. That way you can answer the question, is my life a message or is it just a mess? Watch this. If it's a mess, it's because it revolves around me. And anytime your life is wrapped up in yourself, you become a very small pet package. But watch this. When your life is a message, it's because you are on mission and your assignment is greater than you. Your assignment is bigger than you. And so now you can answer the question, is my life a, watch this, a force, or is it just a farce? If it's a farce, it's fake, it's phony, it ain't about nothing. But if it's a force, it's making an impact, it's changing the world. Why? Because in all of it, this ain't about me. I've learned that I have to live for a cause and not just because. That's the word of the day. And that is, this ain't about you. It's about what God does through you to make the world better around you. Are you living for a cause or are you living just because? It's when you get the message, it ain't about us. God bless you.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church. Let's get into this music. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, 24 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Alfreda's, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Wednesday, June 11th. Here's what's going on in the news. L.A. Mayor Karen Bass is firing back at President Trump after he claimed the city was spiraling due to anti-ICE protests. Bass says there's no need for the National Guard or the Marines because L.A. is already getting backup from state police. She says the feds just showed up unannounced and took over. She did, however, issue a localized emergency curfew downtown last night.
I wanted to let the city know that I have declared a local emergency and issued a curfew for downtown Los Angeles to stop the vandalism, to stop the looting.
Meanwhile, a federal judge did deny California's emergency bid to stop Trump from sending troops to L.A. U.S. Marshals have arrested the girlfriend of Derek Groves. That's one of the two inmates still on the run after that New Orleans prison break last month. 28-year-old Dariana Burton is accused of helping Groves plan his May 12th escape. Now, of course, you remember 10 inmates busted out, 8 are back behind bars, but Groves and Antoine Massey are still out there. Burton and Groves had an on-again, off-again relationship, and investigators say they used a prison messaging app to plot the breakout. Everything from timing to getaway plans. In other news, a new study out of BYU says drinking your sugar might be worse than eating it. Turns out sugary drinks like soda and even juice mess with your liver more and cause bigger blood sugar spikes than solid sweets. Bottom line, same sugar, bigger damage, and that can mean a higher risk for type 2 diabetes. For info on these stories and more, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Brat, what you got coming up next in the hot spot?
Man, R. Kelly said he in danger in prison. This story is wild, y'all, and I'm going to break it down in the hot spot up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot
in this hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 minutes after the hour. Y'all time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, according to TMZ, R. Kelly says his life is in immediate danger in prison, and his legal team has filed an emergency motion seeking his immediate release. According to docs, R. Kelly's attorneys claim they have evidence that outlines a murder-for-hire plot involving prison officials and another inmate to have him whacked inside the North Carolina penitentiary where he's serving his 30-year sentence for sex crimes. R. Kelly's legal team submitted a sworn statement from a terminally ill inmate and gang leader named Michael Glenn Stein, who claimed authorities offered him his freedom to spend his last days on the outside in exchange for murdering the singer. Reportedly, Michael Stein seemed like he was ready to carry out the plot, approaching R. Kelly's housing area back in March, but he turned back at the last minute and blew the whistle that Bureau of Prisons officials had ordered the hit. Now R. Kelly's legal team has filed a legal motion to get Kells released from prison. What y'all think about that?
Wow. That's crazy.
That's awful.
They're not going to let you out because of that, but if anything, they would move you to a different facility. But you got a 30-year sentence. They ain't letting you out on that.
And they not going to, are they going to believe this inmate? Whether you write a sworn statement or not.
I mean, they'll investigate it, but they're not going to let him out of his sentence. Like I said, they might move him to a new facility in another state somewhere. But
R. Kelly?
Yeah. But they're not gonna, like, if he was doing 5 years, that's different. But if you got a 30-year bid, they're not going to let you up off of that.
Just letting you go.
No.
Maybe they'll switch prisons or something.
I thought he was in Illinois. I didn't even know he was in North Carolina.
I didn't either. Oh, wow. My goodness. That's crazy. All right, y'all, moving on. Tyler Perry is bringing back his iconic character to the big screen with a new movie, Madea's Destination Wedding. The movie is set to premiere this summer on Netflix. The film is Tyler Perry's 13th installment in the Madea franchise, and it will take her beloved family on a trip to the Bahamas, Ricky, for a surprise wedding that quickly spirals into chaos. So Madea and her crew head down to the islands to handle all that drama. Madea's Destination Wedding is coming to Netflix on July 11th. When I tell you this man just don't stop.
He sure don't.
I mean, we just saw Sheet of People, and then right before that it was, I think, Duplicity, and now, what is it?
Sisters, Divorce Sisters.
Straw is out.
The new one,
Divorce Sisters, and now he coming with another Madea. That's what I'm talking about. Keep it coming, keep it working. All right, y'all, let me see. We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. For more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. Coming up next, we got Rock T's HBCU, and I'll be talking about my experience at the 2025 BET Awards. So stay tuned for that. We got more coming up on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
HBCU. Hey, what up, man? Rock Teasy in here. Back with another HBCU. We're going to always put a spotlight on our heroes and sheroes that attended or currently attend our historically black colleges and universities. Oh, can we shout out Powell Quinn College, established in 1872, home of the purple, black, and gold Tigers. You know I love that Powell Quinn, baby. Let's talk about one of y'all's former students, Mr. Andy Cooper, a.k.a. Lefty, baseball player. He was a pitcher that played in the Negro Leagues. 9 seasons with the Detroit Stars, 10 seasons with the Kansas City Monarchs, briefly played for the Chicago American Giants, Negro League record holder in career saves as a pitcher. Oh, by the way, he was elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2006. My brother Andy Cooper, a.k.a. Lefty, another proud HBCU alum of Powell Quinn College. If you didn't know, now you know. If you want to share your HBCU story, or if you have someone you want us to spotlight, follow and DM us on Instagram at HBCU.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it went down in L.A. for the BET Awards. And listen, man, I am so excited to hear what happened behind the scenes. Brat, we happy you're back.
Man, I'm happy to be back.
Look at it.
For real. That LA, that whole trip wore me out. I mean,
I know
it was
did.
fun.
What hotel you was?
We rented an Airbnb in the little Hollywood Hills or whatever.
All right. Was it? Do those? I ain't never stayed in one. Are there nice ones?
Yes, very nice ones. You would really enjoy it because it's private and the view is everything. We had the whole view of everything, and it was up on the mountain. It was a little scary because the back of the house be on the stilts.
Oh, damn.
So you just don't want to think about no earthquake or nothing while you in there. But it was beautiful. The whole patio was glass. It was 3-level patio. You would love it.
I want that one next time.
And it's better than a hotel, especially if you have 4 or 5 people staying with you. Because by the time you get a hotel, a nice room in LA, 4 or 5 days gonna be $5,000. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well get your nice house for 6 or 7 and call it a day.
So the whole BET experience, what was it like?
Oh man, it was crazy. When I first got there, we had to do some press stuff. They got the whole media room. I got to see Gary in the media room and sit down and talk, and it was crazy. It was packed. I got to see some of everybody. Kevin Hart, Luda, Glorilla, Ashanti Bow, Snoop and his wife, Victoria Monet, Jermaine Dupri, Shantae Moore, Mariah, my sister, Kevin Frazier, Sierra. When I tell you, I saw everybody, and it was like a reunion. We hadn't seen each other for years, and it was great being there. I did a lot of interviews and a lot of press stuff because I got the song out, so now I got to really get into all the stuff and feel like I was starting all over again. But it felt good. Seeing everybody. The 106 in Park reunion was incredible. It was so good. Bow Wow did his thing. B2K performed. It's such a different experience being there live because you feel all the power in the room. It was really, really nice. BET showed out this time, but the thing that had my nerves bad was the line when you got there to do the red carpet. Lord, when I tell you it was packed, you had to push through like you was going through a club. Everybody, you would have walked. You would have left. Because everybody in their cute clothes and stuff. And you're trying to get through, and it's hot. And everybody just had their whole entourages with them. It just wasn't separated right and stuff. But oh Lord, and you almost had to push through to get your child. When I saw Tyler Perry and I saw Keke Palmer, they walked through. They had cleared the way for them. I grabbed the hold of Tyler Perry's security hand and walked on through with everybody.
I know that's right.
Listen, because I was stuck. We was stuck. What is going on? Why is it packed like this, shoulder to shoulder? I'm telling you, you was at a club. But we made it on through, and it was a great show. I really enjoyed it.
Hey, so how was Kevin Hart? How did he do hosting?
Oh my God, he did so good. He is stupid. He was so funny. So funny. He was stupid. He cracked jokes about Kanye. Y'all didn't get to watch it?
I see the one he said about Kurt Frank. Well,
oh my God,
Kurt
Franklin.
That one about him depopping for Jesus.
Yes. Yeah, that was, everybody was dying laughing when he said that. Kurt Franklin he sunk down in his seat a little bit. Kevin had to laugh again and say it again because it was so funny. He had to laugh at himself. He crazy. Depopping for Jesus.
Kirk alone, honey.
I heard Kurt Franklin's performance was off the chain too.
Yes.
Yeah, we was at the same hotel. Too. I had the opportunity to see him.
Yes, he did great. He looked cute in his little Louis Vuitton outfit. Him and his wife looked beautiful. Congratulations to Mariah and Snoop and Kurt for winning the Icon Award.
Yes.
Oh my God, it was great. It was great seeing everybody, Terrence J, and how they rotated the little stages, and it looked like 106 in Park. It took you back. It was a great 25th anniversary BET Award.
Did you all cry?
Good too.
Who?
Free, she looked good.
Free did look good. Yes, so did you, Lisa. All of them look good.
She never looked bad.
All of them
Did you cry during Jamie Foxx's speech?
Oh, yes. I think everybody in the place was crying. I was trying not to mess up my makeup, so you kind of dab the corner of your eye so it don't run down your face.
Right.
Everybody was crying. Then you saw his daughter and her little lip was quivering, and that made everybody break down because he been through a lot, and people are happy that he's still here. We happy he's still here, especially when he said he saw the memoriam.
Yeah. And
that could have been him on that memoriam. You know what I'm saying? So,
absolutely.
Yeah, we are so happy to still have him. He moved everybody. Everybody was trying not to cry, but crying.
So we know what we saw on TV and which performances looked good on TV, but which performance was your best or your favorite there?
The 106 in Park tribute.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I mean, Maya, did y'all see Maya? Maya danced her ass off. She did her thing.
Anne-Marie, she looked good, too.
Anne-Marie did good. She sounded good. Bow Wow did his thing. Full of energy. B2K, like, it was good. Ashanti, it was great. Yeah. That was like one of my favorite parts. And Glorilla did her thing. Glorilla,
everybody came out with their A game.
Glorilla tap dance on their
Yeah, come on now.
I was like, come on, let's do something different. That's what's up. Instead of just running across the stage, she had a whole little, choreography, outfits. Yeah. It was cute. She looked super, super cute. I loved it. I loved being there. Like, it felt so good. It was nostalgic for me. I enjoyed it. I hadn't been to an award show in a long time.
Well, we happy that you had a great experience, and thank you for bringing your.
We can't leave out Tiana Taylor. I'm sorry.
Tiana was looking like a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. She was looking good.
She did her thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Appreciate that, Brad, and thank you for letting us experience it through you. And Gary got the tea and the clue of the day coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Okay, I really don't see nothing on here that I won't. Y'all make sure y'all clean your silverware. Just because they come wrapped up, that don't mean they clean. I'm going to do what you going to do. Oh, they deep fried they chicken fried steak. See, this is not how I make mine. See, when I make mine, okay, now how long is it going to take for her to come over here and get our order? Okay, well, before I give you my order, I'm going to speak. How you doing? You all right? What is your name? You didn't tell us that either. So y'all have y'all cell phones out while you're eating food, too. I'm going to have the chicken fried chicken. And I'm going to do a mashed potato and a corn. You get one side. Oh, okay, well, I can pay extra. Do you come across many people that can't pay extra for a side? I don't see how y'all eat all that steak and got that blood just squeezing on out. I don't want nothing to bleed for me but Jesus. Now, hold on. Y'all don't say grace because you're at a restaurant? Been sitting here so long, I believe my sugar done dropped. Where's our food at?
Blood of Jesus.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color of the day, Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Y'all continuing on with the BET Awards, y'all. Now, this is a very shocking and touching story, y'all. Now, we all know Angel Reese and Clarissa Shields, y'all. Are y'all familiar with these two ladies? Mm-hmm. Well, now they are both athletes. They are both athletes, y'all, and they were up, y'all, for the Sportswoman of the Year award. But baby, Miss Clarissa Shields is speaking out, honey. She said she believed that she was robbed, honey, at the 2025 BET Awards, honey. She said, honey, that that she didn't understand how, she didn't win an award because, she's a very great, successful athlete. She said that, she said, quote, she said, I still don't know, honey, how I didn't win the Sportswoman of the Year award at BET Awards. She said, but congratulations to Angel Reese, honey, and all the other nominees just attended. She said she just thought accolades mattered. Rock T?
She's right.
I mean, she had a pretty amazing year. Angel Reese won it the last couple of years, and I guess people were questioning what did she do to win it this third time. A lot of people also said Asia Wilson from the Las Vegas Aces probably should have won it as well, so. It's all opinionated, man. You got people that sit in the room.
Look at the numbers. Right. That girl had belts laying there right there. That girl done won titles. And,
exactly. That's what I'm
just saying. I love Angel Reese, and she's my favorite player in the WNBA. Well, one of my favorite players in the WNBA, and she have not won a championship yet. She just got in the WNBA.
That's the point. Everybody's saying, how did she win it this third time, and she didn't do anything this third time. So that's why Clarissa was that one, or Asia Wilson, those were the two other favorites that should have won it. That's what everybody's saying. And I agree 100%. I agree with you.
And are they looking at popularity, or are they looking at the numbers and the accomplishment they made on the court and in the ring? And
that's the
what
argument.
Are they looking at?
It should be the overall picture. It's like when you get voted into the Hall of Fame. You got what you do on the field or the court, and then you got what kind of a person were you off the field and off the court and in the community and so on and so forth. So I agree, man. I think they misfired on this one. No disrespect to Angel Reese, but they misfired on this one.
Yeah, well, Clarissa got a new man here. She got papoose and everything about her side. They say she dressing nice. She looking better. Some people saying they may have gave it to Angel Reese because of the way she looked, honey. I don't know. But nevertheless, honey, it's a very sad situation, honey.
Angel Reese was so shy the other night and left with 4 points. I can't remember the meme that cracked me up.
They've been
And
killing her
Angel
this year.
Reese came dressed like Michelle Obama and left with 4 points and 2 rebounds.
Yeah, dog, they've been lighting her up this year.
Yeah,
I love her, though, because she's still my favorite player, but that particular meme was funny.
So we're going to follow this story back and see how this turned out, because that's not a good look right now, honey. So we love all of them. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, it's finally out, y'all. It is finally out. Sherry Shepherd has finally confessed, y'all, and told the world, which we already knew, who the person was that she was talking about, baby, that had approached her at the Broadway Award. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Sherry Shepherd finally confirmed, y'all, that the actress who confronted her baby months back at the Broadway premiere of Othello was Nia Long. Yes, baby. She said it was Miss Long. They said the only time, honey, she said the only time I've ever, honey, talked about Nia Long is when, baby, she went through it with her partner. She told the people, she said, I supported her, and I said that she, honey, should deserve y'all to have a good man to be by her side. Now, Sherry continued that there's not a lot of black women on TV, so, honey, I have no idea who she thought, baby, she was shading, honey, or who she thought was shading her. She said, but it definitely wasn't her. She said, I have no beef with Nia Long. She said, I'm a fan of hers, and we're grown women, honey. She said, we both are the same age, honey, and we could discuss this. She said, that's why I invited her on my show.
Did she go to the show?
Well, she hadn't been to the show yet, honey. They said, but back in March, they said the Sherry Shepherd Show host opened up, y'all, about a heated backstage moment, y'all, when the A-list star, honey, did not mention any names, but now she's telling the names and stuff. But now the deal is, but some people saying, because Sherry's saying, y'all, that she really think that Nia Long did not know who she was. She said, some people saying that she probably thought that she was Loretta Devine, or then they named that other woman. Yeah, they say because Nia probably hadn't been out in a while. But
she's an actress. She know that wasn't no Loretta Devine.
Well, I don't know. But they said she said that. Or the other woman who played in what's the other one? The one who gave the woman the pie with some poop. Octavia Spencer. They say she thought she was Octavia Spencer. But Sherry said,
I think when Sherry first talked about it, she said that the person said, "You've been shading me on your show." So
that means she knew.
Any of them who else has a show?
Yeah, that was Sherry said, because there's not that many black women on TV. But Sherry did say, because when Neil was going through with that basketball player husband, or a fiance of hers who cheated on her with the damn receptionist of European descent, honey, everybody was very empathetic with Neil, honey, because she was really going through, honey, and stuff, honey. But I guess maybe I don't know how she mistaken Sherry, but Sherry said it definitely wasn't her, but Sherry now is letting the world know who it was, Neil Long.
Well, not for no Loretta Devine. Special case, Loretta Devine just opened up another location in Atlanta, right? What's the name of the restaurant?
Oh, yeah, the Pigfoot Palace.
Wait a minute.
Pigfoot Palace.
Wait a minute.
What they say?
The third version of it now. Got a lot of options for Alfreda's.
No, I was really like, ooh, yummy. No.
They got pig knuckle appetizers.
Come on. That's not true.
They got glazed pigfoot desserts.
Sir, you cannot do that.
Yeah, pigfoot cheesecake. You got to try it.
That's disgusting and not true.
What's the name of it to get in the restaurant?
The Pigfoot Palace.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Where is it? Is it on Howard Mill?
What's wrong with y'all?
I think they moved that one down to the south side. But yeah.
Nope. No, sir.
And they do deliver. You can DoorDash it.
Yeah, so congratulations, honey, to Loretta. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is New York. On the high end, you say New York, and on the low end, you say beautiful scarlet. That's your color for today.
Oh, God, problems.
Pigfoot smoothies. They got a nice pigfoot and banana smoothie.
That's so nasty.
Why I got to be Loretta Devine, though?
I know. What did she do to you?
Oh, man. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
Oh, my God.
All right, it's John Morris. I got your wake-up call. Get on the 866-9. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Because he woke you up this morning. Slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You're trying to be productive. Doing your Sunday morning show, wanna know where you calling from. So come on, and just wake up.
Good morning, it's Felicia calling from Boca Raton, Florida. Getting ready to wake up everybody to get to work, get to work, get to work. No school. Good morning, Ricky and the show. Love you guys.
This is E calling for Alabama. I want to wake up African American Tony so we can go get us some of them pig foods. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Orlando, Florida, and make my funk the P-Funk. I want to get funked up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hey, it's your girl, TT. I'm calling from Clearwater, and I would like to wake up my husband and my 3 girls. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Come on.
Oh! Kansas City, wake up. Columbus, wake up. Cincinnati, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. West Palm Beach, wake up. And Greenville, wake up. Come on, Jacksonville, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate that, Brent.
You're welcome, Rickey.
All right, dog, coming up, man, there's so much going on in the news. It's the good, the bad, and the what the hell Wednesday. We got that coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Alfredo, I know you got some good news this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Yes, I do have some good news. Shout out to all of our amazing educators who look for creative ways to keep their students inspired. So, Fort Myers principal Matt Dyer at Pinecrest Elementary said each year he promises his students to do something crazy if they hit different goals. In the past, he's slept on the roof of the school, he's been slimed, and let them hit him in the face with pies, okay? So this year, he promised to jump out of a plane if they crushed an accelerating reading challenge. And guess what? That motivated the students, and they crushed that test. So he recently hopped on a plane, jumped out, and filmed it for his students on their last day of school. Man, I don't know how he's going to top this next year.
That's awesome.
I love it.
That's
love
awesome.
it.
You know, to get the kids motivated, and
Yes.
he's really in tune with the kids and making learning fun.
Yeah, more teachers like him.
You always remember teachers that made learning fun.
Yes,
Kids
so
love
true.
a cool principal.
Yes.
You know, I couldn't really do math, and I'll never forget Miss Aline Avery. Instead of doing math that I see, she would let us go up to the chalkboard. And just to be able to stand up and write on the chalkboard, and she would go student by student with a ruler. And if you did something wrong, she'll pop you with the ruler or whatever. And it was like funny, not like a mean pop with the ruler. But every time she popped somebody, the whole class would start laughing. And she made learning, I think I'll never forget it. We were doing fractions in division. And that's about the farthest math that I got.
I would have got popped so many times.
Did you ever walk up to the board, do the problem, and it was wrong?
Yeah, in front of the whole class.
The fraction gave me PTSD just
Me
now.
too,
If I had
man.
To, well, if I had to divide 2/3 by 3/5 to save my mama life, I want to print up the program.
Right?
Print up the mobile.
Hey, Rock. Hey, Rock, you know Ro was in there with me. Ro was sitting in the bus and said, man, you dumb as hell. Man, me and Ro talk about that. We talk about that every time we get together, man. And I mean, she just made learning fun. I tell you, one day I'll do a whole segment on Miss Aline Avery. That's what comedy started. Comedy for me started in that class because she made learning fun, and she was one of them type of teachers. She'll talk about your mama. She didn't care. It was like roasting. The roasting went real hard in that classroom. All right, appreciate that. Special K, what's the bad news?
All right, so violence hit too close to home on Tuesday as a WREG reporter in Memphis is gone Memphis, was carjacked at gunpoint while doing his job.
What?
Yep, it happened around 10:30 a.m. at a gas station on a busy corner about a mile east of the station studio. A man approached the reporter Mike Sirianni as he was on assignment and demanded his news vehicle, a wrapped white 2016 Toyota RAV4. Yeah, Sirianni said he was at the gas pump, got out of the vehicle when a man wearing a mask approached from the sidewalk, shouted to give him the car keys. The man had his hand on a gun that was sticking out of his pocket. Again, Memphis is gone Memphis.
Oh,
and Sirianni handed the keys over, and the man drove off southbound on 3rd Street. I don't know if he got caught, but the reporter was unhurt. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, they caught him?
No, they say don't know if the guy was caught, but I'm pretty sure he was driving a station vehicle.
Right.
Not hard to
Yeah,
Easy
I
to
wish it was
spot.
that damn weather thing with that Doppler on top of it.
Like, how far you think you gonna ride? How long you think you gonna ride around in a stolen news vehicle?
Right. Where you trying to go? That's one trip. You're going over to some chick house, an apartment complex or whatever. And then at that point, he going to have to leave it because they're going to find that they probably had a tracking device on
I'm
it.
pretty sure they did.
Where the hell robbed the news?
It ain't like you
crazy.
stole just a white Ford Taurus. You're like, bro, you stole a news truck just wrapped. Big ass antenna on the top of it.
That's smart.
And one thing about Memphis, they'll roast your ass while they're doing it. Because can't nobody flame you up like anybody from Memphis. Everybody in Memphis is known for roasting.
Right.
Probably got roasted the whole time. That's crazy, man. All right, man. And Brat, you got that what the hell news, that weird stuff.
I do, Ricky. So a 21-year-old man got arrested in Clearwater, Florida on Sunday after he called 911 and said that the stripper would not have sex with him.
Wait a minute.
Yes, it happened at a place called Oz Gentlemen's Club. Now, he's originally from Saudi Arabia, y'all, which doesn't have strip clubs. So he probably wasn't familiar with how they do things.
Oh.
He told 911 that he requested sex from a staff member and gave them $300. But then they took him to a private room and did not have sex with him. Well, y'all, the $300 is the price of a 30-minute VIP champagne room package. Now, he was still on the phone
what it come with, though.
He obviously thought it came with more than what He was still on the phone when the cops got there, and they said that he smelled like booze and he was slurring his words. Well, it turned out that he had just turned 21 last week, so he was still a kid. But they arrested him for misusing 911 and released him on the same day on $500 bail.
So he spent $800 and didn't get no.
Spent $800 didn't get no sex.
No nuisance.
And that's all he wanted.
He should sue.
Gary, do you still go to the toolbox?
Ricky, it closed, honey. It closed, but honey, I was hoping somebody would reopen it. They closed it.
Toolbox.
Yes,
I thought you went to swinging rich.
That's the toolbox.
That is the toolbox.
Yes.
Nothing in that toolbox but hammers.
Ricky, that's why I be looking.
What up, Black Tony?
Hey, what's up, cuz? I'm gonna tell you straight off the rip. You're not gonna believe
coming
this.
to work?
I thought I would. I was trying to, but you're not gonna believe this. I already know you're gonna say online. I already know you're gonna say online. You're gonna think online. I already know, cause you gonna think I am lying. And
you be lying all the time.
No, but this you can't make this up, Shawty. You can't make this up. What I'm going through right now.
What's the purpose of having a job if you're not coming to work?
Right. Exactly. That's what I believe that too, Shawty. But you're not gonna believe what happened to me, Shawty. Because I be trying to do right and then end up with some go wrong. Now,
that's all of us, but we make it, though.
But listen, Shawty, I was having real back pain yesterday because I got scratch knots. They said I got scratch knots on my back. That what the chiropractor said, that I got scratch knots on my back.
Scratch knots?
It's scratch knots. It's when you scratched out and your back get knots in it.
Yeah.
And my sister had went to the chiropractor. Yeah, she had went there and he gave her some back magnets, and she said it's some you put the sticky things on the back magnets, and then for to pull the scratch knot, help the scratch knots out your back.
Yeah.
So my little nephew now, they was on there. So my grandmama out of town, she in Biloxi, gambling.
Yeah.
Look, my nephew now put the back magnet. I said put the back magnets on my back, and they said it's not sticky enough. So they put some Gorilla Glue on there and put the back magnets on my back with the Gorilla Glue so it won't fall off.
Right.
So how about last night they was leaving to go to their friend? I walked past the refrigerator. And the refrigerator snatched me up, Shawty, and I've been stuck on the damn refrigerator all night.
Man, no.
I don't believe it.
Stuck on the damn refrigerator, started my feet not even touching the ground.
Tony, I'd have heard a whole lot of excuses, but
I'm stuck on the damn refrigerator since 9-something last night.
I feel you, Tony. Yeah, the magnets get kind of strong now.
They some strong magnets, Shawty, and I'm stuck on the damn refrigerator.
And it snatched you up to the point where your feet dangling?
Yeah, my feet not even touching the ground, Shawty.
So you walk past the refrigerator and it just snatched you up and got you up on the door.
That means it's whoop. The next thing I know, Shawty, I'm stuck on the damn refrigerator, and ain't nobody here to get me down. So I need y'all to somebody.
So ain't nobody came to open the refrigerator. Nobody there to open the refrigerator to see on there get no orange juice or nothing.
My nephew gone, and my uncle he in jail, and my grandmama in Biloxi. She not gonna be back till Thursday.
Man.
And now my battery going dead on my phone because I ain't got but like 2% on it.
Bro, you gotta figure out how to get off the Rock. How can you get off the? Can you move and wiggle to try to get the door to open?
Yeah, it don't matter. So I'm still stuck to the damn door. I can't get down. These men is strong as hell.
Okay, can you make the refrigerator door open? Are you on the refrigerator part or the freezer part? Is it a double door?
I'm on the refrigerator part. How am I open the door and I'm stuck on the door if I put my arm behind? I can't do that. Grab the handle, but I can't pull it.
Grab the handle of the freezer. Grab the handle of the freezer part and pull.
and pull and do what? Shot, I'm still stuck on the damn refrigerator.
You gonna pull yourself off?
And how much percent you got on your battery on your phone? Can you
I got like 2%. Shot, just send Dr. Collier over here. I called Dr. Collier. See, can he come over here and get me out the refrigerator? I'm gonna give you the address right now. You got a pencil, please write it down for my phone go bad. It's 130.
Oh no.
White people like, oh my God. Have you heard the news? Heather's gay. Them black mamas don't play that, do it? Where Brianna? She back there calling herself liking p***.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the T in the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, hump day, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Sticking with the BET Awards show, y'all. A lot of people are still talking about this, y'all. Now, Ricky, they're saying, y'all, that many millennials, honey, I mean many millennials, they said they was very confused the other day, y'all, when two original hosts of BET's 106 in Park, baby, did not show up, honey, for the highly anticipated reunion. And y'all know who am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you in a minute, honey. They say the fans of the revered 2000s music video countdown show were ecstatic, honey, to see former hosts Free, Jaleesa, Keisha, Shantae, Terrence J, and the Basement Big Tigger reunite on the stage, honey, for the nostalgic 25th anniversary celebration of the show. They said not only y'all that, they said, but the 106 and Park reunion included performances by the host, Mr. 106 and Park himself, by Wow, honey, as well as Keisha Cole, Ashante, Amory, B26, y'all, B2K, Jim Jones, Maya, T.I., y'all, and so many more. But the T was, they said, who was noticeably absent, y'all, was host AJ Calloway and Roxy Diaz.
Really?
Oh, baby, they was not there. They said social media users expressed their disappointment, honey, over their absences, and some wondered, y'all, if the two were disinvited despite going on a press tour, y'all, for the highly anticipated moment, y'all. And people were just really...
I thought they were there.
No. They weren't there, y'all. But, honey, they speaking out, though. Now, they said this, and, you know, they said AJ, he expressed, y'all, his regrets. Now, he said he expressed his regrets, y'all, for missing the BET Awards, explaining that he, y'all, was traveling, honey, on a plane at the time and was unable to stop the plane to attend despite his efforts. Now, he added, y'all, that hopefully there'll be another reunion that he and his fans, y'all, could definitely participate in. Now, that's what he said, y'all, you know, about that, honey. And, you know, so, and, you know, and he was definitely, and some people said he may have been on a cruise. Now, he said, quote, when you're on a plane, honey, and your plane blows up because you missed a huge night for the best and liveliest audience in the world, he said, I'm so sorry. He said, I couldn't make it tonight. He said, he said, I'm literally still in the air. He said, I tried honestly. He said, but it did not work out. And that's what Mr. AJ Calloway said. Roxy came back and she said that she wanted to share her deepest regret over missing the reunion, explaining y'all that an unexpected job opportunity prevented her from attending. She said, honey, she said she apologized to her fan, saying that she was sorry that, honey, if she let people down. She said 106 gave her, y'all, the tools and foundation to become the TV host. She said that she's definitely today. She put that on Instagram, and she also said because of the liveliest audience, she said, you are the ones who have kept me relevant all these years. She said your love and support has been fuel for me to keep going and keep advocating for the culture on major platforms, unquote.
So,
isn't that nice?
What was she working on? What's she working on?
I don't know what she was working on, but I remember, but it was so nice. And we love Roxy, you know, because I don't know if you call, Roxy started radio with us.
Yep, 97.9 A Beat in Dallas.
Baby, Roxy, she worked in promotions. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, baby, Miss Roxy, she started, baby. Now, she didn't stay around too long, honey, because Miss Roxy got her promotional honor, and she left. But she did start with us, and she was a great host, promotions person, and now she's a big star, and we hated that, you know, she missed, you know, the thing, because a lot of people was looking for her in AJ, but, you know, things come up. She said a big job came up, and she couldn't, you know, leave that job.
You know, AJ is going to be on the Fantastic Voyage, so that's going to be cool.
Yeah. And Roxy, and she's doing a podcast right now and stuff. But look like to me, they were doing the press run. Look like somebody would say, "Yeah, well, you know the award show gonna be on this day. Can you, just kind of stay around or whatever?" But things happen and people have to go. So congratulations to Roxy and AJ. We love them both, honey, from here from the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Absolutely.
All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, Wendy Williams' ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, baby, he said what? He said he is planning a tell-all interview with Gayle King. Now, they're saying, y'all, it looks like Wendy's ex-husband, honey, is ready to tell his side of the story. Now, the Jasmine brand exclusively, y'all, reports that the media manager is currently prepping, y'all, for a sit-down interview with award-winning broadcaster.
Man, he about to get towed up.
You think Gayle gonna tear him out?
Man, please.
I don't know. They say, while exactly the details, y'all, of the conversation haven't been disclosed, they say Kevin may have plenty to address, including Wendy's ongoing conservatorship battle and his own legal woes. Now, people say they are definitely waiting for this. They say Kevin is currently involved in a lawsuit against the Wendy Williams Show, y'all, former production company, Delmar Mercury, claiming, y'all, that he was wrongfully terminated after his 2019 split with Wendy. Now, their divorce followed a highly publicized cheating scandal during which Kevin fathered a child with another woman. Now, they're saying since his departure from the now-canceled show, Kevin has continued to make headlines for his money troubles, including selling his beautiful Florida mansion and being sued, y'all, for alleged credit card debt, y'all. So people are excited about it, and they're waiting to hear it. And I think if Delmar Mercury, they owe Kevin some money, they need to give him his money because he managed Wendy. He did a good job with Wendy at the time, honey, even though he cheated on her and had an outside baby, which I really think took her through a tailspin because allegedly they said Wendy didn't mind him, doing his other little stuff. But if you bring a baby here, we got a problem. And he brought that baby there, and there was a problem, honey, allegedly. So, it's a sad situation.
This not considered a break baby, and it's just a regular baby.
No, this was no break baby. This was a regular. Gabrielle Union's baby was a break baby because, she took some time off with her and Dwayne Wade, honey.
God, Gary.
And he decided, honey, to go ahead on, honey.
We're not talking about that, Gary.
Huh? No, but we're getting the definition of break baby.
Yeah, but you don't have to compare. You can just clarification. Say what it is. Don't have to say to people.
Break baby.
Well, just in case people didn't know.
When you say wrong.
Oh, God.
We give the definition of break baby.
So that's what it is. So break baby is when you take a break, say we're going to break up for a week, he go out and mess with another woman, and she get pregnant, and then they go back together the following week. That was a break baby. So we're going to keep our parties lifted up in prayer, and hopefully and prayerfully, y'all, that, Kevin, gets his word out there and stuff or whatever. And I think that break baby mama left him. So I don't think she around, baby, honey. She ain't got no more money with her.
Couldn't nobody bring no baby in your house, good. You wouldn't forgive him, would he, Gary?
I sure would not. So I sure would not.
Even as the Lord forgive us for all of our sins and transgressions, and you can forgive B.E. James if he bought a break baby.
No, sirree, honey, because, honey, we don't play those games, honey. You take a break and you sit home, honey, and you read the Bible. That's what you do. Honey. You meditate.
I like that.
You don't go out and gallivant and, honey, messing around with somebody else. No.
And then bring a baby home, and then you got to take care of it.
That's right. You got to look at that damn baby, and every time you look at him, you think about his ugly.
Okay, every baby is a gift, Gary.
The color today, honey, is one of my favorite. My color today is New York, damn it. On the high end, you say New York, and on the low, you say Scarlet. That's your color for today.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
Health, happiness, and hope. It's Wellness Wednesday on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
On to Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, every Wednesday on Rickey Smiley Morning Show, it is Wellness Wednesday, and we have the one and only Dr. M.J. Collier is in here with us today to keep everybody healthy. Dr. Collier, good morning, and we are happy to have
you. Good morning, Rickey Smiley, Rock T, Special K, Gary with the T, Alfreda, and the Brat. Rickey Smiley, good morning, and how are you today, sir?
Man, I'm good, blessed and highly favored, feeling good yesterday. Chasing tennis balls
Rickey,
yesterday.
This is the Wellness Wednesday African segment. I'm actually calling you from Morocco, Africa. And so this is absolutely incredible that technology allows us to do this. So we are still here and blessed and happy to be on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Man, Dr. Collier, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, today's topic, we're going to talk about the recent firing of the entire Vaccine Advisory Board by the Director of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. So this, amazingly enough, Rickey, this is going to shock a lot of listeners to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I actually agree with this. I think that the advisory board has been tainted by industry
and that they are making recommendations that don't have any scientific basis or logic. They're based on vaccines. And so this is, where we are right now. For instance, the vaccine for the coronavirus, when it was first developed, it was a once-in-a-lifetime vaccine. They said you take it one time and you are good for the rest of your life. You remember that?
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, and then they said, well, you need to take it every year like the flu vaccine, which makes no scientific sense. Ricky, the science of immunology has not changed, and so once you have immunity to it, particularly with 90% of the population have natural immunity because they have had the disease, in addition to having had the vaccine, that recommendation just was not based on logic and science. It just didn't make any sense, and I've said this previously on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. And so then they said not only that you need to take it yearly, you need to take it twice a year. Okay, that absolutely made no scientific logical sense. And then they were, particularly since the last versions of the vaccine did not give you more coverage than the original versions, and that the most recently released vaccine did not cover the current variants. The variants that it covered had been around a year previously and were not associated with the variants that were there, yet the previous vaccine or the initial vaccine still covered the majority of people. So that was just not scientific based. It was more industry based. So actually, I agree that we need to have non-biased scientific evidence to give recommendations on various types of vaccines, but particularly the COVID vaccine. So that amazingly enough, even though he is not a doctor, that's just a logical evaluation of what the situation is. And so that is why I agree with that. So listeners to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, I have stated unequivocally, if you have had the first 2 boosters of the COVID vaccine, if you had 2 shots and you have had the disease, you have natural immunity and you have immunity that will cover you. It doesn't mean you won't get it. I have had it subsequently myself, but it was a mild variation. I got through it in no time at all. And again, the current recommendation is that even if you test positive, you only have to quarantine for 5 days. So this makes it important for you to understand that it is not necessary to continuously keep getting these vaccines. There's just no scientific reason to do so. And again, doesn't mean you won't get the disease state. You might catch the COVID again, but you should get no problem because you have natural immunity and you've taken the first 2 vaccines. That's provided that you've taken the first 2 vaccines 2 years ago.
Let's go to the phones. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Hi, this is Donald from Columbus, Ohio. I just wanted to ask Dr. Collier, what can I do about sinus congestion that I've been suffering from for about 6 months now? My nasal passages are so clogged up I can barely breathe. I done tried everything under the sun to try to get rid of it. I don't know what to do.
Okay, that was a great question because, normally the allergy season would be from about 8 to 10 weeks during the year and then it was over. Now it is literally year-round. So as one allergen goes and comes, another comes. So it's very important that you take a non-sedating antihistamine such as Allegra, Claritin, Zylol, or Zyrtec, as well as a steroid nasal spray such as Flonase or Nasacort. I was not a big proponent of the Nasacort or the Flonase, the nasal sprays, until I actually used them. And then I was like, wow, this is absolutely incredible as far as my allergy symptoms are concerned. Sometimes you might need to start your relief with a dose of steroids. There's a thing, a Medrol dose pack, where you take 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 tablets, and that will do it. Or you can go to the doctor and ask for what's called a Decadron injection, and that will shut off your allergy response, and then you can control it with the oral medications and the nasal sprays. I have found that most of the time for maintenance purposes, I can use one or the other, but when I'm having a flare-up, I need to use both and require the usage of both.
Yeah, that nasal spray, that stuff is, response is immediate. All right, you're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
My son is losing his muscle mass in his arms and his collarbone area, and he can't use his hands. I'm trying to find out what is it because everybody giving us the runaround. And how can he build muscle and nerve back?
Okay, it sounds like he might have a problem called spinal stenosis of the cervical spine because for to have isolated muscle wasting in just an extremity means that extremity is not getting appropriate neurovation. So it's important that you have that evaluated. There are tests that can determine whether that is indeed the case. EMG testing will determine it, as well as possibly a CT scan or an MRI of the neck, and that can determine what's going on. When you have isolated muscle wasting like that, there's a clear determinant that the problem is of that nerve mass, and that's coming out of the neck. So the problem is in the neck, not in the extremity.
All right, John, Dr. Collier, good morning.
Hi, I'm hearing a lot about black seed oil and sea moss. Can he speak more about it, and can you take it while you're on diabetes and blood pressure medication?
Black seed oil and sea moss are both great supplements. I highly endorse both of them, and they will be good and perfectly compatible with any disease state, high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, and any other prescription medications that you may be required to take. But understand this. These are supplements. That means they are in addition to, not instead of. So you don't take those in addition to your prescription medications. You take those along with your prescription medication, but they should give you great benefit.
All right, John, with Dr. Collier, good morning.
What can I do about swelling? I have diabetes and some blood clots in my legs and feet have been swelling.
Okay, well, the primary therapy, of course, will be diuretics to decrease the amount of fluid. And amazingly enough, most people that have swelling start to decrease the amount of fluid that they're taking in because they think that causes more swelling. But when you drink more water, that actually causes you to diurese and urinate more and remove more fluids. So it's very important that you do that. If you have blood clots, you need to make sure that you're maintaining your blood thinners so that there's good flow through your arteries and your veins, and that pressure, that it creates a back pressure that causes the fluids to ooze into the tissues, and you can prevent that from happening.
All right, you're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Good morning. My question for Dr. Collier is, can he please provide a source where we can go and look for a new African-American doctor? That's what I'm trying to. Is there a website? Is there a medical site or wherever that we can go to look for a new doctor?
Absolutely. The National Medical Association, which is a national organization of minority physicians. It is the largest in the country. It is in every state. So just Google National Medical Association physician members in your area, and that should not be a problem because culturally sensitive health care is so important. Multiple medical studies have shown that if you have a doctor that looks like you and is from your culture, you have a much better outcome in every disease state, including post-operative surgical recovery. So it's very important that you do that and that you have a doctor. Not saying that other doctors cannot provide you with decent care. It's just that culturally sensitive health care always results in a better outcome.
Hey, Gary, go ahead.
Yeah. Dr. Collier, since I've been back from California, can you still take a peppermint for a scratchy throat? Because my throat's still scratchy.
A peppermint?
You need a Mucinex
peppermint
DM.
is good, as well as, again, my lipoimmune, which you have some of, is very good to prevent those types of symptoms. So we want to make sure that you are straight and taken care of, and so that will definitely give you some great benefit. But there are mouthwashes such as Cepacol, which have no alcohol in them, which give you immediate relief from the scratchy throat. The scratchy throat also can be due to allergy symptoms, postnasal drip, so important that you take Allegra, Zyrtec, Zydol, or Claritin Loratadine. Don't do it.
No.
I ain't gonna do it.
We know why you got a scratchy throat.
Okay. These are the opinions of Dr. M.J. Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show cast, or its production crew. Go to my website, lipodrop.com, where you can find multiple supplements to address your allergy symptoms, your scratchy throat, other problems that you may have. Lipodrops, LIPODROPS.com. And remember, follow me on all social media at AskDRMJ.
Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus.
Comedian Rita Brent. That's right, y'all. It is about that time for Fix It Jesus with the one and only comedian extraordinaire Rita Brent, Jackson State University's own member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. the one and only Rita Brent. What up, Rita?
Good morning, y'all. What's up? What's up?
Happy to have you.
Happy to be here, Ricky. So, I really enjoyed doing Fix It Jesus because people are always sending me stuff. I probably got this clip about 30 times, and when I finally watched it, I could not believe what I was hearing, okay? So let's just say you got to be more careful with who you let get up and speak or sing at the fume, all right? Because you never know what they're going to say.
Let's
listen.
The fume.
The fume. Let's listen.
I don't know Jesus as they Savior. I don't know what key I sing in, okay? It might be Q, but I sing in one of them. And it goes like this. Hell is hot. Ain't no water there. Oh, hell is hot. Ain't no water there. No ice, no tea, no lemonade, no Coke, no Sprite, no Gatorade. Oh, hell is hot.
Regina made that up. She made that up on the spot. Ain't no Gatorade, lemonade, Coca-Cola. Regina?
Yeah.
Shout out to Regina this morning.
She's not wrong.
You got to get drunk after you leave church.
Say what, Kay?
You got to get drunk after you leave church, not before you go.
Right.
I'll be honest, Ricky. I was pretty impressed with Miss Regina. I like the song. I just think it need to be polished up a little bit. Right. And had she had me there with her, this is how it would have gone. You want to hear it? Here it goes.
Hell is hot.
Yeah.
Ain't no water there. Oh, hell is hot. Ain't no water there. No ice, no tea, no lemonade, no Coke, no Sprite, no Gatorade. When I think about Jesus and what he's done for me, when I think about Jesus and how he set me free, it feels like fire. Shut up in my bones, fire. Shut up in my bones. No ice, no tea, no lemonade, no Coke, no Sprite, no Gatorade, no milk, no yak, no Kool-Aid, no gin, no juice, no milkshake. Hell is hot. Ain't no water there. Anybody know it's hot? Ain't no water there. Louisiana hot sauce hot. Ain't no water there. Atlanta hot Cheetos hot. Ain't no water there. Hot pocket hot. Ain't no water there. Little Caesar's pizza hot. Ain't no water there. Hot. Thank you for letting me be myself again.
That's it.
Come on now.
That's it.
Rita, I got a personal request.
What?
When you get to that part, can you remake that and we'll bring you back on tomorrow?
Oh, man.
I want more fire. I want the explosions to be bigger and louder, and I want to hear the flames. I want to.
The fire, the crackling from the fireplace.
Yeah, we want to hear the crackling from the fireplace, and I want the explosion to be huge, like a boom, and put some more fire in there, baby. Cause that
you heard that explosion in the back.
I did. That's what wiped me out. Like fire, boom.
It really is hot there. Just to reiterate.
Yeah, really, we just want, on the thing me and Roxy, we just want a little bit more fire.
Okay.
Put some more fire in that thing. That thing, boy, that's gonna be perfect right there.
That's easy. We go into hell. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I want to go. Yeah, that was hell, but yeah, take them to hell.
Hell.
Yeah, to solitary confinement part of hell.
Yes. I got you. We
appreciate it. Rita, let everybody know how they can find this song and this video and how they can follow you on social media.
All right, you can follow me at Rita Brent Comedy on all social media. That's RITABRENT Comedy. Shout out to Sid Smith. He made the track. And Ricky, I'm going to be at the Atlanta Comedy Theater June 22nd. That's a Sunday. All right?
Okay.
So y'all come holler at me. Yes.
Yeah, let's blow that up. Yes, sir. Rita Brent, y'all.
Appreciate you.
News headlines. Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, 25 after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Alfreda's, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Wednesday, June 11th. Here's what's going on in the news. Well, we're back to celebrating a version of history where slavery wasn't that bad, and the people who defended it get hero status. Trump just announced he plans to bring back the original Confederate names at military bases across the South.
For a little breaking news, we are also going to be restoring the names to Fort Pickett, Fort Hood, Fort Gordon, Fort Rucker, Fort Polk, Fort A.P. Hill, and Fort Robert E. Lee. We won a lot of battles out of those forts. It's no time to change.
But you lost the war. Trump calls it military heritage. Critics say it's honoring traitors who waged war to defend human bondage, and that Trump is confusing cruelty with courage. For example, he mentioned Fort Polk, y'all. Fort Polk was named after a Confederate general he wasn't just an enslaver. He was a failed military strategist who built his reputation off enslaving people who couldn't fight back. Yet he couldn't win a real battle to save his life. He called himself the fighting bishop out here preaching the gospel on one hand while owning humans on the other. But I digress. In other news,
they good for calling themselves Christians. All these black people are going to these white churches. I want to see one white pastor stand up for civil rights,
right?
And discrimination. None of them. They won't talk about it. They won't discuss it, or whatever. And y'all kill me running to these different white churches and stuff. And anything happens in the black community with the race and won't address racism at all. Almost any of them.
Well, not
show me one.
Yeah. In other news, Golden Gate Funeral Home. Yes, the one
in Dallas, Mr. Backwell.
Yeah, the one, and it was remember, it was on Best Funeral Ever.
Yeah, Mr. Backwell.
Yes.
That's my friend.
Oh, well, now.
What he done did? Oh, Lord.
Okay, it's in the news, so I'm going to tell you. It's now facing worst funeral ever lawsuits. Multiple families are accusing the Dallas Funeral Home of serious mishandling, mixing up ashes, playing the wrong slideshow, and even displaying a body in a disturbing condition at a wake. One family, Rickey, says they never even got their father's remains. At the center of it all, claims of sloppy paperwork, botched cremations, and a total lack of respect for the dead and the grieving. So we hope they clear this up soon. Elsewhere,
yeah, they got to clear that up because Mr. Backwell, good people.
Everybody knows him. Everybody in Dallas knows him.
Good business.
Yeah, for sure.
We took Gary over there to the funeral home one day. And, we never toured a funeral home before. And we put our mask on and we got a tour. And everything was good because I just never seen it. I had to conquer my fear.
And did you?
We did. We did. But as soon as we get out in front, this fool Gary, he falls out in front of the funeral home and start crying and screaming and all this kind of foolishness.
Why?
It was sad. It was, Brad. And my dad was a mortician, but going there, it was just so touching and seeing people going.
When you was born, you got picked up in a hearse from the hospital, and then you get out there, you fall out there, and people got the families in there trying to grieve. Got to come outside and fan you, and we got to help you back to the car, me, you, and Vita Local. And then have to take him to Subway. He calmed down once we got to Subway.
Always
but the way he acted at that funeral home out in the front and then fell out on the ground. Like, what the hell be wrong with you, man?
I don't know. But I go through my emotional moments, honey. It's
Pobrecito.
sad. I'm a cancer.
I was trying not to. Hey, Rock, I was trying my best not to laugh.
Yeah, you tried not to, but you sure did. Couldn't wait.
When he fell out and one of them damn sandals came off, man, I said, what the hell is...
Because Gary was so dramatic.
What's wrong with you, man? you the one wanted to go to the funeral.
For info on these stories and more, go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
Hey, Rock.
Yeah, man.
Hey, he got when they bought one of them stretchers from the back to get him up.
Yeah.
And he saw that's one of them stretchers that them dead people be on. He jumped his ass up. All them tears rolled back up in his face. He was straight after that.
He said, I'm all right.
I'm good. He turned, hey, Rock, he turned into a whole dude. No, I'm straight.
Yeah, I'm straight, dog. I'm straight. Yeah, we good.
All the sisters went out.
Turning into Gary with the beard.
Soon they bought that damn stretcher. He said, no, fam. He said, no, fam, I'm good, fam.
Hey, man, NBA Finals Game 3 is going down tonight. Oklahoma City down to the Indiana Pacers. Series is tied up 1 game apiece. I sure will be tuned in for this one right here.
Where they playing at?
Oh, they in Indiana right now, dog. They back on Indiana's court. So we're going to see if they can get. I still got OKC in 6 games, so it is what it is. Deion Primetime Sanders, man. Y'all need to keep Coach Prime in your prayers. He is dealing with some health issues right now, missing University of Colorado summer football camps. Allegedly, he is recovering at his Texas home, and there's no timetable for his return. They say he's lost a lot of weight, And so we always prime TZ the best and praying that he makes a full recovery. He didn't say
a good person like that go through all that, and a person like Donald Trump gonna live to be 126.
Right. Look at that, man. Go figure.
That's how it always be. Bad people just be healthy and live a long time and have power, and good people, a good dad, just be catching like good people catch. Hell, man, I don't understand it.
That's crazy how that works, man. So keep Prime TZ in your prayers, man. That's my quick sports report. Briggity Tack got the hot spot right now.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
And that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, it's time for the hot spot with the one and only, the Brat. What up?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. It is official, y'all. A Snoop Dogg biopic is in the works. The project will feature actor Jonathan Davis as Snoop Dogg. Jonathan was at the BET Awards, and while on the red carpet, Snoop explained why he picked Jonathan to portray him, and this is what he said.
And it's the whole thing, man. He's a dynamic actor. He's a great spirit, and he's a learner. He's able to take things and make it better, and just to have him around me and to see how he engulfs the spirit of, and, you know, how my family gravitates to him. It's just a beautiful thing to be able to find somebody that can actually do justice to you while you're still here and able to see it.
That's what's up, and he favors him too,
He
y'all.
sure does.
We
I
saw
can see
Jonathan
that.
Davis in movies like Hustle and Flow and Coming to America, the sequel to Coming to America. The biopic will tell the life and the story of Calvin Brodus and his journey. Calvin Brodus is Snoop, along with his path to fame. Snoop is also a producer on the project, and this will be the first project through his Death Row Pictures overall deal with NBC Universal Entertainment. The release date of the Snoop Dogg biopic has not yet been announced, but we will be on the lookout for that thing. All right, y'all, on the 20th testimony day in the Diddy trial, the day started with the judge denying Diddy's mistrial motion. Also, Jane Doe testified about her jealousy over a Chanel bag Diddy gave to another woman while they were in a relationship. Jane was asked if she got a Chanel bag, and Jane shot back, "I only got trauma." Diddy also allegedly continued to participate in freak-offs even after the FBI raided his mansions in Miami and Los Angeles. Diddy's homes were originally raided in March of 2024, but Jane told the court that she continued to participate in freak-offs in May, July, and August with the male sex workers. She also recalled being beaten, kicked, punched, and put in a chokehold, then forced to continue with outsiders while he watched and recorded.
Don't you give your life to God when the feds get involved? That's when most people join the church.
Yeah.
Especially, Kay.
That is.
You can continue to freak off after the feds get involved. Don't you go out there and sit in that chair when they're saying, come to Jesus while you have time.
Man, listen.
They say some of these freak offs will last for 3 and 4 days. When did this man have time to work?
Well, she testified that Diddy is bisexual and like to watch as well. Jane will be back on the stand today for more cross-examination.
Well, I would have been up in that damn choir stand singing Order My Steps. I'd have sung a solo. Morning night, ask me, teach me your will. While you are working, help me be still. Cause Satan is busy, God is real. Order my steps in your
For more information on those stories and more, you go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. You can catch me on my social media. So Brent. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.